lungs right now. The smell.
Oh, the Viper Room? Yeah. You've never smoked anything, so yeah, it's gonna be like that because you're big exposure to it.
I've been exposed to that a lot. Like in my dad's, he used to one of the properties he used to work for. Like they just like smoked a lot in the garage.
Oh, that's
and
gross.
we had to walk through there. Like it was they smoke weed a lot.
Okay.
In their garage, and so we had to walk through there. So you, like night and day, like you walk through that hallway, boom, like it's like a wall of just like the smell on this side, and it says so. You walk through it.
That was cigarette smoke you got though.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the secondhand smoke that's toxic.
Yeah.
Secondhand marijuana smoke just stinks.
Yeah, and you can
Just
still like
nasty.
smell it afterwards because like once it gets in your lungs, it's just like
it is sticky. That's what's nasty about all smoke is it's very sticky, gets on your clothes. But like the nicotine, the stuff in cigarettes is like literally that. Being around that will give you lung cancer. It's the same thing as being around like a mine, being around a coal mine. Like just being in the vicinity of a coal mine will kill you.
Yeah.
Because of all the stuff they do to mine, So, yep.
Yeah. How you guys doing? Common Sense Podcast. My name is Adrian.
My name is Peter.
And welcome to episode 7.
7, yeah.
7, yeah.
We really got to get it down on what episode exactly. You put it in all the thumbnails, so like we got to know right now. But yeah, episode 7, I believe. Yeah.
I mean, they know already.
You know, that's the beautiful thing is because you're watching the video right now.
Yeah. So, how you doing today, Peter?
I'm doing well, man. I am blown away by The Weeknd. You see me filled up with not just the album that The Weeknd just dropped, but there's a whole album I've been ignoring from The Weeknd, but I'll get to it, music review stuff. But as you see the hat, you see the shirt. We were just at a Cooliooli concert on Saturday, and oh boy, that was a time. And it's awesome. I remember being at a Cooliooli concert as the only audience member with the homie Caesar. So it was 2 people they were playing for, and it was great. But it was packed out. Yeah,
it was crazy.
On Saturday.
Yeah, I was thinking about it after the show. I want to see them cover the iCarly theme song.
I would love that. Hey, you should run that by them.
You should tell them you have their numbers.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna tell them that now.
I want to hear like a serious.
I want to send them this.
I want a serious just cover of the iCarly. I think they could do it. I think they pull it off.
I think they would. Yeah, I think they'd do it fire. Actually, the iCarly song. I think the Drake and Josh song would be cool. Yeah, they should just cover a bunch of Nickelodeon songs.
That'd be funny.
That'd be dope. Can you do the Zoe 101 cover, Cooliooli?
Oh yeah.
I would love for that song's whack, but I would love for you guys to do all the Nickelodeon songs.
Yeah.
Cat Dog would be fire. Vic singing Cat Dog would be great.
So it was a crazy weekend. We went out to LA. We did an interview over there for Past the Aux. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Ryan Leo.
Thank you, Ryan Leo. His home is awesome.
Yeah,
he
great.
Let us in. We went to what was it, Culver City, the area. We ate at the taco place. I can't say the name of.
Can't even say the name of it.
Yeah.
Ryan didn't recommend it, but I liked it. It was pretty good. Sorry, right. Ryan, to let you down. We'll go eat somewhere you recommend next time.
No, because I remember we went there. I think he just forgot the name of the restaurant because that wasn't the name of the restaurant.
Well, he knew the name of it. It's just that he never recommends it because he recommends authentic Mexican food.
No, I thought you meant. I meant the one he recommended us before.
Oh, I even forgot about it. It's that little bakery, that cafe.
I think so, but he said the name differently, so I think we went to the wrong spot.
Well, it could have been, but it wasn't a vegan place. It had bacon on the plate, so
yeah,
it was for sure. It could have been turkey bacon, or it could have been some fake bacon, but yeah, I don't know what that place was.
Yeah, me neither. LA's weird, bro. Okay, so
yeah, there's a lot in LA, bro.
Yeah.
And Culver City's a whole nother side. You saw it, just the going to Sunset. Once you get to Sunset, Sunset goes from all nice. If we had just traveled past the Viper Room and kept going, it would have got ugly. Sunset gets nasty, dude.
That's crazy. Yeah, I wanna drive up there one day. Like maybe not in the dark or something like that, but
Yeah, in the middle of the day is better. Culver City looked beautiful in the middle of the day, but I can imagine at night that same street we were on would look pretty sketchy.
Yeah. So yeah, we went to the Viper Room. It's in LA, and something funny about that night was I think we almost saw Johnny Depp, or I guess they saw it.
I don't even think it's about almost seeing him. I believe we totally spaced and talking to him. So yeah, there was a guy in a crazy outfit on it. The whole outfit looked wild. but he had like the eyeshadow, kind of like not so much like Jack Sparrow, but like still had the eyeshadow in. He had this crazy top hat. It was like a fedora top hat.
Yeah.
It was like a combination of a fedora and a top hat, and then he had like a black and white scarf on with like, and it was cold too, so it was a nice little California winter outfit. Not like it wasn't heavy enough to wear on the East Coast type of cold, but it was like definitely warm enough for like the California weather where you could just take off the scarf and stuff. And he was just standing around. We were there with Cooliooli before they went on stage, and there weren't even a lot of people in the venue yet. Me and Adrian had got there early after the interview with Ryan Leo, and we were chilling. And when we went out to meet Cooliooli right there to help take up their equipment, you know, we're roadies too. Feel free to hire the Common Sense Podcast if you need roadies. We're good with mic setup and stuff if you want. Little plug, you know.
Yeah.
But we were standing there talking, speaking about ancient texts, as Cooliooli said we could do at their shows. And there was a guy standing right in front of the security guard. Well, Diego, the drummer of Cooliooli, was talking to the security guard. And this guy was just standing around looking at the building. He looked at all of us, too. Like, he was observing all of us. But he wasn't saying anything. And we were in the middle of a conversation, Adrian and I. And this guy's just standing there, like, watching us conversate. And I walked by him, and he walked by me. It looked like he was going into the liquor store right next to us. I walked by him. And in my head, I was like, that looks like Johnny Depp. Like, I couldn't get over the fact, like, how much this guy resembled Johnny Depp, but the outfit was so crazy. I was like, that's probably not Johnny Depp, because you don't see people dressed the way he was dressed. But at the same time, the way he dressed convinces me, like, I think we saw Johnny Depp.
I didn't see him. I didn't even notice anyone like walking around. If no one ever brought this up, I would have been okay. Yeah, whatever night. But the fact that I didn't even see him, and then you guys were all like, "Yo, we saw Johnny Depp."
Yeah, Johnny was right there. Because we were talking with a guy named Johnny Austin. It was great to meet you, Johnny. Shout out. He just followed the Common Sense. Yeah. So shout out to you, Johnny. And when I had said, like, yeah, I think I saw Johnny Depp outside, he was like, yeah, I think I saw him too. Because it was just crazy. If you saw, I feel like I scanned eyes with the guy. Like, we locked eyes for like a split second, but I wasn't trying to bother him. You know, I was trying to get inside to make sure I see the show, you know, like I wasn't. But a part of me was like, his presence, Johnny Depp's presence, his spiritual pressure for you Jujutsu Kaisen fans. I could feel a lot of spiritual pressure coming from that direction.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So apparently the Viper Room used to be owned by Johnny Depp. I looked this up. Like he used to own it, like, or like used some part of it, like back in the day, and then like some legal, like 20 years ago kind of thing. And then some legal stuff happened, and he just kind of got rid of his shares. But like I guess he just still goes there and shows out. So that's awesome.
I hope he likes Cooliooli. It'd be amazing if Johnny Depp was a Cooliooli fan. Let us know, Johnny Depp. They're the homies, Johnny Depp. If you hit up the Common Sense Podcast, I'd love to get you. I know you play guitar and stuff, man. I would love to get you in front of Victor. Victor would love to sing with you.
That'd be awesome.
It would be great.
That'd be crazy.
It would be amazing. But yeah, that was a very interesting time. That was just one thing that happened on Saturday, man. There was a lot of cool stuff that went down on Saturday. That interview with Ryan Leo was amazing. Ryan Leo's a crazy rapper. Super unknown because he has like 10 names. That's what he revealed in the interview. And yeah, check out Ryan Leo if you guys want some new music in your minds. Little Past the Aux plug.
Yeah. What was it? Oh yeah, and then the freaking parking was $30, bro. We drove around the area for like forever trying to find a spot. There's no parking anywhere. It's LA, right? So, but $30 for parking.
If you've ever been to the Viper Room in the past, you'd know that there was like free parking up the street. It's no longer free, guys. If you better know somebody in those apartments, it's a towaway zone within like 3 miles all around of the Viper Room now. There's no free spots anymore, so I guess carpool with each other, guys, if you're trying to go see Cooliooli at the Viper Room next time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we learned our lesson.
Yeah.
At least those guys are cool.
Yeah, Cooliooli.
Cooliooli was cool, but
people-
even the security guards.
Oh yeah, they're funny. They scared me, bro. We got out of the car like because at first we went into the parking lot and like we said, okay, how much is it? We were like, They told us the price. We're like, yeah, we're nah. Then we drove out the lot. Like 20 minutes later, we come back. And they recognized us from earlier. Like, oh yeah, welcome back. And he's like, oh, you guys came and left. Oh no, you guys came and left, and now you're back. It's $40 now. That scared me. It was one of those moments where I was like those shivers on the spine kind of thing. Like in that moment, I was like a little scared. Like, oh damn, okay.
No, man. Yeah, that's foul, bro. Like,
Yeah,
they should perform for us if we're paying for it. We didn't even pay that much for Cooliooli.
yeah. We got in for free.
Yeah, shout out Cooliooli with the free tickets.
Next time, free parking too, please. Thank you.
Oh no, Cooliooli can't do that. No,
They
the
can't do
venue
that?
won't even allow Cooliooli. Cooliooli probably paid for the parking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Parking is how they get everybody, man.
Yeah.
I remember like years back, Dodger Stadium. The former owner Frank McCourt, he had a whole battle with the Dodgers to try to keep them. He was like, okay, you can have the team, but I'm keeping the parking lot. So he still owns the parking lot at Dodger Stadium, but he gave up the team.
That's funny.
Bro, there's a lot of money in parking,
Yeah.
especially in California.
Invest in parking, guys.
Invest in park. That's a good idea.
LA parking specifically. Yeah.
Invest in LA parking.
Yeah, but luckily we only paid $30, so that's good.
Yeah, it's better than. Oh my gosh, some church services, man. I paid like 40. We've had to pay like $40, $45 for parking.
Wow.
Bro, they take advantage of the fact you need it.
Yeah, true.
Come on, California. It's inflation. Help us out.
So we're just gonna roll on to the next kind of topic. I have a topic.
I
Right
want to talk about this parking. I'm just
Yeah. Just one of the things that happened this week. Oh, after the show, we got back, and this is a whole like different topic. But like after the show, we got back home, and I got back home like around like midnight to 1 kind of thing, and that night I had a dream, which is funny, unrelated to everything that we have done that day, and. Back to Ludwig because Ludwig is my favorite content creator.
Shout out Ludwig, man. We need to just come on to the pod already, Ludwig.
He's not coming on, dog.
We love you, dude. Like you've been in all of season 2.
Yeah. No, I just keep watching Ludwig. So no, I had a dream about Ludwig last night. And what's significant about this dream is because there's a running joke within the community, right? Where the idea of a dream Ludwig, right? It's not like that sounds like, oh, I'm gonna imagine like the perfect man, but that's not what it is. Dream Ludwig is like the dream version, alternate reality version of Ludwig.
People crushing on Ludwig.
No. It's not crushing. It's not crushing. There's a difference. Watch. Let me explain. So Dream Ludwig is a notable character of the version of Ludwig that lives in the dreams, right, in her head. And the thing that defines Dream Ludwig is that he's always cheating on his girlfriend in the dreams.
What?
Even in his own, no, I don't think that's true. But like, because some girlfriends like they
Ludwig's toxic and
in the dreams,
Ludwig
yeah,
is toxic.
like how some girlfriends like they'll have a dream
I've
that you
seen
cheat
this
on
guy.
them.
This dude looks wholesome.
Yes,
He looks so wholesome. Why
But,
is
like,
everybody doing this to him?
but you seen like some girlfriends like they get anxious, like they have a dream that their boyfriend cheats on them, and then they get anxious. So that's his girlfriend's like that happened to her a few times already, and then like
Oh, okay.
or like just Dream Ludwig just being generally like a piece of crap basically for some reason.
Yeah, that guy doesn't look like I get it. That's hilarious.
But the dream version of him is a piece of crap apparently, and in this dream, the bro still cheated on her girlfriend.
That's crazy. In your dream?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You need to get off the internet, bro. They're
No.
influencing your subconscious.
Every time I bring like content creators up, I can tell how brain rotted I am. Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. So that's a funny thing that happened that night.
You had a dream Ludwig scenario?
Ludwig cheated on his girlfriend in the dream, and I saw.
Dude, Ludwig, get it together, bro. Check your dream self, bro.
Yeah.
We need a little Wanda Maximoff thing to dream walk and
How do you
him
properly navigate like if your girlfriend ever like says, "Oh, you in the dream cheated on me"? Like, how do you navigate that? 'Cause
ignore it.
For one,
Take your battles. Just apologize for nothing.
for one, my pride would not let me apologize for something I didn't do.
I agree. It's something that I can't stand that
I'm not
aspect
gonna-
of a relationship, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to myself and be like, "Oh, I'm
You
sorry,"
kind of have to.
but it's like you're fitting into her mental illness. I'm just kidding.
She's not mentally
I'm
ill,
kidding.
man.
I'm
Like
kidding.
it's women are like very like spiritually sensitive. So like dreams mean so much to women compared to men. I think men kind of trip out by the it's how you're putting it as you explain dream Ludwig. Like we trip out on the reality of things. Like the irony of the dreams really wake us up. The dreams for me like that are crazy. I don't dream much. So when I do dream and they're really trippy, like I had this dream of having like a bunch of tick bites all over me. Like,
Oh wow.
that was a wild dream, you know.
That's got to be like some symbolism. I do believe in a little bit like some dreams like do mean things.
Yeah.
And like I've had like those experiences where it's like, okay, the dream, something happened in the dream, and I'm like, okay, I'll look it up, and then like, oh, this relates to a thing in my life. I do believe in like that kind of things.
And I've met a lot of people who are like into like astral projection and stuff like that. I'm not into any of that, but I know through studying biblical texts that there's Joseph, the man who dreamed.
Yeah.
He's a big one. Studying the Psalms, you see David constantly talking about his dreams.
Yeah.
Having night terrors. Saul had night terrors when David's anointing was coming into play. Yeah. And then Peter with his visions, you know, and the apostles with their visions, Paul with his visions. I think there's a lot to be said about your subconscious working. And that's why brain rot. It's why you keep bringing up brain rot. You got to like dial it back. Like you got to dial back the internet sometimes just so you can hear what your subconscious is saying. Yeah. That's what it's speaking through in your dreams, man. And subconsciously you and Ludwig are like this.
That's great.
Ludwig's the homie.
No, I'm gonna expose myself. I think the reason why Ludwig is
exposing yourself.
Patreon content, guys. I'm just kidding.
That's Patreon. We don't do that other website. Go ahead.
The reason why Ludwig is such like a significant like content creator for me is just that because like I feel like I relate to him a lot in in terms of just like energy and in terms of like general interest, right? Because I discovered him like in high school, right? And at first, I'll tell the story of like how I discovered. This is so cringe, but okay. So I discovered Ludwig in high school. And I remember like he had like the white, he had dyed his hair white, and I was like, this guy looks cringe. I don't want him on my feed. But I just kept watching his videos though, and then I'm like, oh damn, I'm hooked now. So and then one of the things is that like he was really big into like Smash Brothers, and at the time I was really into Smash Brothers. So like it just kind of like piled on to itself, and just the energy like, and he has the content that I want to emulate in a sense, and so that's like That's like why I'm like so attached, I guess, to Ludwig. I'm not like crazy attached, but like this is the one that I know the most about. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah. So that's
he's in people's dreams, and you're not the only one experiencing it. Yeah. So that's really cool. That's funny, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. Really quick, we're gonna plug our product of the day. A little shout out to Mary's Sweets and Churros out in Altadena. That's 2150 Glen Rose Avenue, where they had the Glen Rose and Woodbury donation drive going. Still going. If you have any diapers, if you have any, preferably 6 to 6 old, 6 to 7 months old, I believe. They need diapers for older infants, older babies. They need dry food. They need water, always in need of water, and tools. Right now, the Glen Rose and Woodbury donation drive really needs some power tools. There's a lot of handymen in that area of Altadena that lost everything. They lost all their plumbing equipment. They lost all their gardening equipment. They lost everything. So if you have any good gardening tools, if you have anything of value in the areas of handiwork, please feel free to donate them. Again, that's 2150 Glen Rose Avenue. And they would love your support. Shout out to Jose for allowing the Common Sense podcast to go shoot, to go be on location. Shout out OGK Joshua again for collaborating with us to go out there and help. And shout out to the National Guard, to all the people from San Francisco, from Oregon, from everywhere around the country coming and dropping off donations there. It's been a beautiful thing to see. And Jose, you and your family are so blessed, man. And Mary Sweets and Churros is back up and running. They're slowly opening their business again. So if you guys want to go support, they sell some sweets, but they also sell Funko Pops. They're into trading Pokemon cards. So if you're into memorabilia or collector's items, feel free to drop in. They could use the support to help get their business up and running. So shout out to you guys. Again, that's Mary's Sweets and Churros on Instagram.
This video is gonna be coming out in 2 weeks. Do you think it's gonna be?
Yeah, bro, they're gonna be going, bro.
Okay.
When's Altadena gonna be back up and running?
I don't know. It's gonna be a long time.
So I think that's gonna be over for a long time. Because that's why they're slow opening their business to sell the Funko Pops again. They're slow opening selling churros again out of the driveway. Mm-hmm. And then right now there's a taco truck there.
That's cool.
who just post up right there and they make their money off that because they get that much traffic,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we got to keep spreading the word on that,
Okay.
because they're doing it for free. But I believe as they get more donors, it doesn't just have to be you. That's the great thing about spreading the word. When I asked Jose, what can the Common Sense podcast do? A lot of people just get thinking, well, I don't have money. I don't have tools to donate. But, the best thing you could do is let somebody know. I had so many people hit me up and be like, hey, I would love to share. I would love to give some of my time to the community. I would love to Venmo something. I would love to Cash App something. There's so many different ways to serve, So this is Common Sense's way of giving you an outlet. If you haven't been out there to Altadena, you should definitely go hit up that spot. It's great for your soul. It's great. It's great to see California in the light of this humanitarian effort going on, So when's it gonna be done, bro? That's a good question, bro. But as far as what I see every day from Jose, because I stay tapped in with it, the work is not gonna be done for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing happening in Tennessee with Hurricane Helen. We haven't heard about that in months, but that's still going on. Same thing happening in Flint, Michigan. The water's still dirty up there, guys, But shout out to Moses West. We'll go more in depth on him in a later episode. Okay. The work won't be done for a long time till Altadena's back. But, shout out. Yeah, that's editing too. But editing. Shout out to Mary Sweets and Churros one more time.
So, in other news, the Nintendo Switch 2 is announced, is coming... or some news is coming out in a couple months from now, but we have seen the teaser trailer and how it's gonna look. In my opinion, I put this on my YouTube channel. I just like a little post. I won't buy the Switch 2 unless they can fix the drift and the Joy-Cons. Do you know about that?
There's an issue with the Switch and stick drift.
Yeah, you know
I
what
didn't know that.
drift and...
I know what stick drift is.
Okay, yeah. So the Joy-Cons and the Switch 1 had really bad drift, like beyond like any other like console like in the market right now, and mine are out the window. Like my Joy-Cons are drifting like crazy. I don't even put them in the console anymore.
We should definitely open up with this segment.
You want to open up with this segment?
We should put this one first.
We'll chop it up in a little bit.
When we chop it right, like we should put this one before the ice.
We can do that. Yeah. So yeah,
we should put the ice one at the end.
Yeah, we'll put the ice one at the end. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, so the Switch 2 was announced, and I put on my channel that I won't buy the Switch 2 unless they fix the Joy-Cons. We know that the console is going to be bigger. There's going to be a little more features here and there, but for me, I won't buy it unless I know the Joy-Cons won't drift. That's my thing.
Oh, I agree with that. I think it's a shame how controllers break down nowadays. I feel like the old Xbox controllers were juggernauts. Like,
yeah.
You could toss those things like multiple times across the room and they never got drift.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I would also say old school Nintendo 64 controllers were very durable. And my favorite controller is the PS1 controller, the original PS1 controller, because those things probably still work today.
Yeah, it's crazy how they're made like the 1940s, Like that's crazy.
Yeah, made way back then in the 1850s, dude. Like,
yeah.
It's insane.
PlayStation 1 is crazy, man.
Our medieval technology and how durable it used to be.
Yeah. But nowadays, it's just cheap plastic. You know what? I'm telling you, it's those damn diversity hires. I'm just telling you that right now, folks.
It's DEI,
it's because of the diversity hires that the controllers are worse now.
Be less inclusive with those making our controllers.
I need that white man on my controllers. I'm telling you right now.
Let's get it.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, man. It's sad, man. Like, even I've been on the PS5 lately, and I feel like those controls don't have good wear and tear, man. Like, they're really...
The sticks?
Yeah. Specifically for me, it's always the left stick. It's always the left stick because that's usually like the look around stick. So that's the one you're moving.
The look around. No, that's the move around stick.
Actually, that's the right way. Yeah, it's the move around stick.
Yeah.
You're right. So that's the one you're moving around, and I don't know. Like I've seen so many people's controllers like just have these issues, that stick drift issue, and
yeah,
it sucks, man. Get back to what you used to do, PlayStation. Shout out to DualShock.
Yeah, but I would say it is easy to fix them. You can just look at like a 5-minute tutorial on YouTube, and you can just do it yourself. Just too little. It's usually like little hair. If your little controller is like drifting a little bit, it's still like a hair, like a little particle in it. You just open it up, blow on it, or like pluck the hair out, and then put it back together. You're good. Gucci.
Man, I just missed the days where controllers weren't $75 for one.
75. I think they're still 60, aren't they?
That's still stupid. That's how much a
Yeah.
game costs.
Yeah.
So you have to choose between a game or a controller.
Games went up, dude. I swear, I'm telling you this right now. I am not buying a $7 game, bro. $60
Nah.
is my limit. I'm good.
Yeah, and $60 used to be like the bundles.
Yeah.
Used to get you like a bunch of games, like not just one. So yeah, it's gotten ridiculous, man. Like come on, help the gaming community out. Make games fun again, man.
It's those damn diversity hires. I'm telling you, man. It's because of the transgenders. They're the reason why things are so expensive these days.
Do you know what Sweetwater Ink is?
What?
You know what Sweetwater Ink is?
No, what's that?
Look it up.
Sweetwater right now? Look it up.
No, let's talk about that on a later date.
Okay.
Wait, since you're bringing up diversity hires in games,
Okay.
I would love to talk about that. That's something I've been looking at. There's a YouTuber called It's a Gundam, and he's been covering a lot of how they've watered down the gaming industry. This isn't about controls though. We're talking about hardware right now.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening where the hardware is so sensitive. I get it because a PlayStation 5 controller is very sophisticated compared to any of the controllers I was talking about. An Xbox controller did not have a whole mic in it. So I can see the allure of a PlayStation 5 controller, but they should have a cheaper version.
Yeah.
For the gamers who throw
Basics.
their controls. They don't know their audience is what I'm saying, because fools throw their controls.
Yeah.
They need they need to partner with Gorilla Glass. A Gorilla Glass control that's going to be even more expensive so you could toss it across the room. That I would understand.
Yeah.
But we need the hardware to get corrected.
Yeah. Amen, brother.
Amen, brother.
What you got?
I don't know if you're a hip hop fan out there, but did you see the Grammys?
I did not see the Grammys, no.
Yeah, I don't watch the Grammys either. But I saw some posts about the Grammys. And to my delight, the Grammys got something right. Clap it up for the Grammys real quick. Just love to you, Grammys. You finally did something right. And you gave Kendrick Lamar his due. In 2014, there was a little controversy that happened with Macklemore and Kendrick Lamar. Macklemore's debut album, The Heist, which is a pretty good album. There's some great songs on there. It beat out Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly.
Okay.
Which To Pimp a Butterfly is seen as one of hip hop's absolute greatest albums ever made. In the category of hip hop, the Grammys for years have gotten things wrong. For years and years and years, they've done hip hop dirty. The reason the Grammys have kind of invalidated themselves is because artists like the Notorious B.I.G., Tupac Shakur don't have Grammys.
Oh, wow.
Nas barely has any Grammys, and Nas is one of the greatest in the category. But luckily things are correcting because hip hop's been around since the early 70s, and so that makes it about a 50-year-old genre at this point, and the most popular genre in the world right now. So it's finally getting its due because artists like Kendrick Lamar continue to push the art forward and make real hip hop with real rapping with great instrumentals. Shout out DJ Mustard. And there's a whole Heinz mustard ad now.
That's funny.
And you already know what they do.
Ketchup, right?
Mustard.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Somebody said that a long time ago when the song dropped. They're like, "Oh, Heinz, hop on this advertisement opportunity," and it's beautiful. They partnered with DJ Mustard, and now
That's funny.
they made the commercial.
That's funny.
It's smart advertising. But Kendrick Lamar swept the Grammys. He had 5 nominations for the song "Not Like Us." The fact GNX didn't get a nod at the Grammys is insane too, because there's no way that thing didn't. He should have won Album of the Year, everything. He should have gotten every rap category, in my opinion. But 5 of 5 is great. A great job, Grammys. The song "Not Like Us." Have you ever heard it?
I have heard it.
Yeah, if you live anywhere in California, you've heard it multiple times. And that song was given rap song of the year. It was given, I believe, best rap performance as well. Best music video, which is crazy. The story of that music video is amazing.
Oh, yeah?
when Kendrick Lamar was a young rapper going by the name of K Dot. In the same place he shot the Not Like Us video, and I encourage you to go watch it if you haven't seen it. It was in his hometown of Compton, in front of I believe it was the Compton County building, and there's like an art piece there. And it was him standing by himself. Mm-hmm. It was just a music video of him rapping outside of it, right by that art piece, by himself. Oh. But in the Not Like Us video, in that same place he was rapping by himself, he had the whole city of Compton.
Wow.
Literally everyone. He shot a free music video. They had a drone fly over, and it was just all of Compton.
Wow.
Incredible. So like the impact of that video is so giant. He had, and he just represented hip hop in such a beautiful way that I'm glad the Grammys recognized, because his art is so high caliber, and we can get it lost in like the memes he does. My left stroke just went viral. Mustard. Squabble up. You know, he's a very funny guy, low key, in his music, but he makes such high art that we don't see from any artist these days. We see so much like who's a famous artist in music these days for you?
Music right now, famous artists. I mean, I have a couple bands.
Like who?
There's AJR.
Oh yeah, you see, yeah.
You know AJR?
Yeah, I know AJR.
And then there's Half Alive.
Uh-huh.
Famous artists. Who else do I mean, I can
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons. I don't listen to a lot of Imagine Dragons. The Weeknd is up there.
The Weeknd, famous artist.
There's a lot of famous artists out there. There's a lot of women. Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Chaperone's going crazy.
I don't like Chaperone too much, but yeah,
I
don't want some Grammys.
I don't listen to any of them, but you know, like they're huge right now. So you know.
Yeah. So thank you, but for all these artists, not many of them are choosing to make giant statements. Not many of them are choosing to make a sound for their city, like a soundscape for all of Los Angeles. That was the beauty of GNX, by the way, which is why it should have got. It was a California album, so maybe we should have some California awards and just give them all to Kendrick Lamar. But
that's funny.
We should just make our own stuff. It was Past the Ox's rap album of the year, but I'm glad the Grammys finally saw through all the light shows that go on and just looked at the art for a second, because that whole night seemed like a dedication to what Kendrick Lamar achieved artistically. It was funny though. John Lennon from the Beatles, he has a son named Sean Lennon.
That's funny.
Sean Lennon, and he went up. And at the end of his speech, he said, the younger generation, if you learned anything, it's don't challenge Kendrick Lamar to a rap battle.
That's funny.
And he said that. The whole night felt like a giant hazing of Drake.
That's funny.
It was embarrassing. Man, and that's what's even crazier. Do you know what a diss track is?
Yeah, you just diss someone on the track. Yeah, the music.
To disrespect on the track,
yeah.
Man. To straight up just disrespect somebody. And I think it got overblown. I stopped listening to Not Like Us for maybe 4 whole months between the music video dropping. However long that was, maybe I'm wrong. Please in the comments help me out. Like, how long was it between the music video and GNX? Because I stopped listening to Not Like Us because it was played. It was just overplayed at one point, and I can only hate so much. I don't hate Drake as much as Kendrick Lamar hates Drake. And that song is so visceral, man. To hear the Grammys singing A minor,
yeah,
is ridiculous. And now we're gonna get the Super Bowl next Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord! Can you imagine your a song dissing you being everywhere, and you not being able to get away from it?
Yeah.
My gosh. And for years, Drake was somebody that the Grammys propped up. Yeah. That he was always getting nominated, always getting put as one of the artists who was getting the nod there. And now to see the complete 180 that's happened is incredible, because Kendrick Lamar was always an artist who should have gotten even more than, I still believe he should have got more Grammys last night. But you know, that's a super fan of Kendrick Lamar speaking. But the way he's rallied the whole culture, man. As an artist, as somebody who makes music himself, he has really inspired me as far as making music that makes a statement. I feel like the reason I don't listen to Chapel Roan or anything is like, what's the statement they're making? Or, you know,
From what I know, it's just that a lot of it's just like song that's relatable to women. So it just appeals to a broad audience.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, same thing.
I mean, one of my favorite songs is RSPECT by Aretha Franklin.
I don't know. I think respect. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's a very famous. That's a
good song. Yeah.
UNITY by Queen Latifah. Lauryn Hill's Doo-Wop, or Lauryn Hill's That Thing. There's so many songs that make a statement that are very like women centered.
Yeah.
But they make such a powerful statement that it
appeals broadly.
I even think Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball. You know, like that's a very powerful song. Even though it's a meme song, that's what makes it. Again, you get tired of it because it gets on a meme and people don't even know what the song's talking about. Mm-hmm. But I think the way an artist, Dolly Parton's song 9 to 5.
Yeah.
There's so many songs that are relatable to women. However, they can cross that boundary. Just like I believe, Not Like Us, there's in the third verse he's talking about how the Atlanta slave trade, he brings that up. He ties up a diss record with the Atlanta slave trade. So he ties up how black people have been used for art, which is part of the issue I have with the Grammys, the way minorities have been used for art. But specifically, Kendrick Lamar targets, talking about his people, how black people have been imitated, how black people have been led a certain way and believe that this is the image of them. Their image has been portrayed to them, and they're being told how they are instead of dictating what they are. And that's the whole point of They're Not Like Us. They not like, let me say it like Kendrick, they not like us. The whole statement is saying this is what we really are.
Yeah.
And the caricature of it is totally different. It's something else, and it's been revealed. And I think it's a powerful statement that even stretches to me. I'm not black, but it's incredible to see like the illusion get taken off, the facade.
Yeah.
Do you know what was happening with all the streaming numbers and stuff?
What do you mean? Oh, like there were the drama that was happening a few months ago, where it was like,
it's not a few months ago.
Drake. Well, let me say it, and then you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Drake was accusing like the Spotify whatever to. Drake was accusing them of like redirecting people to "They Not Like Us" instead of like Drake's whatever songs. I guess is that what? Is that it?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's definitely it. He dropped that lawsuit, so he's sued UMG 2 or 3 times already, and he's saying that they were using fake streams to get "Not Like Us" up.
Wow. Okay.
He was claiming the song had no real traction.
Oh, yeah.
He was claiming that a song that was played on the radio probably like 80 times a day, like it felt like, was fake. And it's because what he was claiming in his lawsuit was this is how UMG and the big record labels fake streams, because that's how they used his.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because that's how his business has been done for years. Drake has had been accused of using fake streams, but in his lawsuit, he kind of outs himself.
Wow.
And the inner workings of the music industry. And, he chose to sue his own distribution company, UMG, which is not going well for him right now. And I think it's been a very... It's been a very revealing time for the culture, because how do you fake a song that everyone in the room at the Grammys was singing?
Yeah.
All the most important people in music were all singing A minor together.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It is out of this world, man. And people, we are in a new time in 2025, and artists, it's time to start saying something. It's time to be real, be honest. It might, we're gonna be on the other side of this fake botting culture here, where everybody just wants a song at the club. We're finally getting past that, and your time's coming. If you love the art, your time's coming. If you hustle for this stuff, your time is coming.
There is this comment that I got in my chat one time. It was a while back. This guy was in my chat saying that the genre of rap, it takes the most skill out of all the genres of music. Do you agree with that statement?
Only lyrically. And no shame to producers, because there's a whole different skill set that comes with being a hip hop producer and making hip hop songs. But as somebody who's witnessed multiple producers make it look easy, like from the homie PSI Diego, drummer of Cooliooli, he can literally make like 5 hip hop beats, incredible hip hop beats within the span of an hour because of the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So to say the most skillful, I don't know, because I'm somebody who's played an instrument as well, so like playing an instrument is a whole nother level of skill, and that's the whole reason people go to computers. Back in the day, your singing voice had to be a lot more on point. Marvin Gaye wouldn't have to practice as much in 2025. Singers don't have to practice as much now.
Yeah.
But in the time of tape recording and having to get your take perfectly,
yeah,
that takes so much. The skill level has to be way higher.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that all around rap is the most skill. And even because when you listen to certain rappers who mumble rap, takes no skill at all. And you see all the imitations and all the people who again, what I was saying, people who kind of just copy what other people say. People aren't really saying it. A lot of rappers aren't making statements. This is why Not Like Us swept everything. Grammys, what you did get wrong, you didn't put Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q on the ballot for Album of the Year. You didn't put a single song off of Blue Lips for a nomination in the Grammys. And that's where it takes a lot of skill, is to make such great music, but for it to constantly be marginalized, because people still have this perception of rap being dumb, So to counter what he's saying, I wouldn't agree completely that it takes the most skill, but lyrically, I do believe the best lyricists come from hip hop, hands down. The best storytellers come from hip hop. If Mozart was alive, he'd be a rapper today, or a music producer. If Michael Jackson or Prince was born in 2025, they'd be rapping. They'd have the ability to rap.
Didn't Michael Jackson rap in some of his songs, or no?
He sang through his stuff, and I think whatever he rapped didn't really come out. He does have stuff where he rapped on, but they never really released a lot of that stuff.
When does it go from rapping to just like singing? Because there's like a line, I assume, right? Like where does that line cross? From you just talking fast, or?
Well, would you say AJR are rappers? No, right?
No, I
but
don't think so.
They do rhyme a lot in their.
Well, yeah, but that's like almost all of music, though. Like
it's not all though.
Almost
it isn't all,
almost.
which is why he's saying it's not even close to almost all. But that's different. We're talking about two different. In pop music, yes. In pop music, rhyming is the simplest way to create.
Yeah.
To create music, the common sense that I want to bring to that statement is that music is so much more than just words. So that's why rap isn't the most skillful, is because you're leaving out at least 80 to 90% of music.
Yeah.
Because most music doesn't even need words. Most music, but words are awesome. I love words. I'm a lyrical guy. That's why I like hip hop. All the most famous forms of music today all have words. But music by itself doesn't need words. Like, music on its own. I think we've gotten more towards lyrics in this time. But if you actually go and study music and get into it, you'll see like sometimes it's just moaning. Sometimes it's just the vowel sounds. If you go to a powwow with Native Americans, they're literally just going, oh yeah, and that's the music. Yeah. You go to Cambodian throat singing, and it's so deep of a register that they're talking, but most of it is literally vowel sounds because they're so low in the register. Yeah. So music. I'm a big music nerd, guys, so I get into it. Jazz. You get into the amount of jazz. There's literally jazz that started here in America. Then there's Polish jazz, Canadian jazz. There's all these. Every nation has their own form of jazz. So music gets very expansive. And for those guys, it's like, what do you have to say to them about skill? You know, like to a jazz player, a jazz guitarist. Like, you want to talk to him about skill and rappers being skilled? Styles, I'm gonna stop you right there. We get into bands like Rush, who make songs like YYZ, where there's no lyrics in it, and the music speaks for itself. You know, Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer has lyrics, but the best parts of Tom Sawyer has to be like the drumming, without a doubt. So the drums speak for themselves. As some Chris Castillo, that man, you know, he got on the Pass the Aux because how he speaks with his hands, not even about his lyrics, you know. So, and then there's so many other people I want to get on Pass the Aux who they have, they speak with their instrument. Their instrument speaks to it. So
yeah, I bring that up to trash on that one guy for pissing me off.
What's his name?
I don't know. It was a while ago, but freaking people come in my chat. It's the most dumbest things that piss me off. Cause
I was seeing that with your recent stream, bro. Like those guys were.
Wait,
those
who?
guys are weird.
What they doing? Wait, what? Where? When?
A mommy, like they're talking about the hands.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't even that bad. They're just being weird, but like
they're being super weird.
that streamer, that set of streams, freaking. So that guy said that, which is like I argued with him. Like, no, in my opinion, it's like it's all art, and art is subjective. I'm under that kind of thing. You can like a piece of art, and it takes a lot of skill to make it. Like you can make a photorealistic drawing of someone with just charcoal. That takes a lot of skill and
exactly
refining your hand. But then I'd be over here like I like this little drawing of a dog. You know, like what are you gonna put on your wall? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So when it comes to saying art takes the most skill, but to what degree and what standard? Whose standards are we talking about? And I think it's just dumb. I think there can be songs that take a lot of skill, a lot of craft, a lot of hours of hard work put into them, and come out as masterpieces. So someone can take 5 minutes, throw something together, and be like, "Damn, that was fire!" You know, like that. Like
which it necessarily doesn't show their skill. It displays their skill because of how quick they can make it.
Yeah.
But they probably, if they took their time, there'd be so much more they can add. To it.
Absolutely,
because of their skill level.
So like again, you can have skill, but then like you're saying it's the most like it requires the most out of all the genres. It's just a dumb statement to me because no,
it's too general.
Yeah, you're throwing everything else on the bus.
And the hip hop fan base is very elitist. So like again, it's the most popular. So it's just our time to be. It's our time to stand up, hip hop fans. If you're a real hip hop fan, stand up because our favorite music is the most popular in the world. So
hey, they not like us.
They not like us. The funny thing, right? So him getting into that about that statement about rap is the most skillful. Not Like Us isn't even Kendrick Lamar's best song. In my opinion, it's as I go through it in my head, the impact it's had on the culture lifts it up. But if you're just talking about lyrics, storytelling, you're just talking about theme. It's a single. That's not even on the album.
Yeah.
You go listen to Kendrick Lamar's albums, even Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers has way more skillful songs. I don't even like that album a lot. But there's so much more skill in the songs he made on that than on Not Like Us.
Yeah.
Because Not Like Us is really just hip hop is at its best when you kind of peel back the skill.
Yeah.
When you just make something people could dance to.
Yeah.
When you make something, and that's the crazy thing about Not Like Us is he showed excellence in skill. He heard a great beat that was excellent, and he let the beat do a lot of the work, and he let his words really blend with the beat. Yeah. So it's the skill level's high in what he's executing, but Not Like Us getting five Grammys shows that like
the skill doesn't correlate entirely with the success.
Exactly. And that I think that's something hip hop's figuring out, and it's at its peak right now. Is that how do we get when Schoolboy Q makes an album that sounds like a movie, a thematic album. Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City should have won him a Grammy. That's album sounds like a movie. To Pimp a Butterfly is a whole poem that ends up the climax of it is him speaking to Tupac in the studio.
Wow. Him
editing interviews with Tupac and then talking to Tupac relating to the whole poem he's been reciting through the whole album.
Wow.
So the skill level there is Not Like Us doesn't even come close to it because he's just talking crap about somebody.
Yeah.
Most of the allure of the song is him talking crap. And that's really cool. I like it. But that's like saying Tupac's best song is Hit 'Em Up. That's like saying Biggie's best song is Who Shot Ya. No, not even close. So it's an interesting statement. some of my favorite lyricists outside of rap are like from the Doors, Jim Morrison from the Doors, Kurt Cobain from Nirvana. I really love. I'm forgetting the lead singer of Sublime's name, but he's an incredible lyricist. Outside of the rap genre, I think Stevie Nicks makes some. I'm stuck on Fleetwood Mac right now, guys. And Stevie Nicks and Peter Green and everybody who has hands in writing the lyrics, incredible. So it's really it's you pointed it out perfectly. It's what you're asking for. It's all about what you're asking for. And if rap is really like the most skillful thing, then we'd see MF Doom with like, if it's all about the skill, then he'd have like 50 Grammys. Immortal Technique would have been, we would all know who Immortal Technique is. We would love Eminem not for his he wouldn't have got a Grammy for Controversy. He would have got all the Grammys in the world for Relapse. You know, like, oh, his statement about coming back from drugs and how much he loves his family. He would have got way more love for those things. But because we get caught up in the popularity contest still, you know, I'm fine with it. I'm not gonna spend too much time hating on the popularity contest. Because we're so caught up in the culture of what's hot, what's popular, we lose sight of the true art form, the true art. And Kendrick Lamar at least brought us back to that with Not Like Us. He showed us how hip hop can unite everybody. Yeah. And I've been dying for something like that in music, you know.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. But yeah, so like I brought that up because it was pissing me off. And but yeah, dude, freaking people tend to like people like piss me off in those freaking streams, bro. Like they were like going off like on other some I called their kids game like, oh, it's a kids game. I'm not gonna play a kids game for you guys because they were asking for a kids game. Like, no, I'm not gonna play a kids game. And then one of the guys was like, oh yeah, they say crap in the game, so yeah, not a kids game. I'm like, okay, bro.
Oh, what?
And that pissed me off. I was like, they could be like joking, right? But it's like, move on. I don't want to talk about this subject. And someone else was
like,
also
kid shows don't have curse words in them. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
But what else did they do? They pissed me off by because okay, so my name has been, I don't know if you said this before. My name has been making the rounds. Like the name Adrian has been like been in like culture recently. There's the guy on his Twitter named Adrian Dittman. You know that guy?
No. Who's that?
No? Wow, okay. So that guy is... So we know Elon Musk factually has like alt accounts that he uses to like gas himself up or something like that. Adrian Dittman is an account that people have theorized to also be
an Elon Musk burner?
Yes. And so like he's been blowing up. He's like commenting on all the posts like, oh, Elon, you're such a good father. You're such a good CEO. Like every post, something like that. And so people believe that just Elon Musk like gassing himself up, and so
that's funny.
Adrian Dittman in particular, he was on Adrian Dittman in particular, he was on a show called Fortnite Friday with a streamer named Connor's Pants, where they play Fortnite together, and they talk together, right? So Connor was like, yeah, I think you're Elon Musk, and the guy was like, haha, no, I'm not. He was speaking and stuff like that too. He has very similar mannerisms. If I didn't know any better, that probably was Elon Musk. But I think the evidence points to him not being Elon Musk, especially because I think the internet somehow found a photo of the guy. Yeah, for me, like the photo, it's just a photo with no real association with the account, so I'm still like on that kind of thing. And
it's probably Elon Musk just sending out disinformation.
I don't know, because one thing I noticed during that show is that Adrian Dittman like has a whistle when he speaks sometimes, and I noticed that whistle comes out with people in particular who have like the gap between their two front teeth. Elon Musk doesn't have a gap between his two front teeth. So for me, I think they're different.
You've been
people.
Investigating.
I just noticed that. I clocked that. I was like, there's a lot of whistles coming from this guy's like when he speaks. So I looked at Elon Musk's teeth. He doesn't have the split. So I'm like, oh.
Maybe he does.
There's pictures.
No, maybe he has like dentures or something.
He could, but like, why does he have two sets of dentures? I don't know. Like,
because he's Elon Musk.
Is his teeth that bad? I think he'd be able to take care of his teeth. I mean, yeah, I guess.
He can afford to put 100 different sets of teeth in his mouth.
But back to my name being making the rounds. There was this meme blowing up, I guess. I had no idea about this meme at all. It was, I guess, Adrian, explain our friend group. That was the meme, right? It was just some high school kids like going up to their friends like, Adrian, like one of the kids named Adrian, explain our friend group, and they're just like saying some cringe crap like, oh, we're like chaotic and cringe and funny, you know. And I was just like, They kept saying that in my chat. I was like, what? I don't know you. Why are you saying my agent, our friend group? I don't know what that means. And like, it was pissing me off. Like, I was like, stop saying that. And he's like, oh, it's a meme. I'm like, what are you talking about? Then I look it up, and yeah, I saw the video. I'm like, this is such the dumbest meme I've ever seen in my life. Not even funny. It was just like cringe kids making a freaking video. And so I said, okay, you say it one more time, I'm ban you guys. And then that pissed me off. And then this is like a month ago at this point. And then later on in the stream, or like in the series of streams, I was still playing this game. It was the 24-hour game that get to work.
Yeah.
During that stream, someone came into my chat like saying, "Hey, do you like rap?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I don't listen to a lot of rap. Like, I can listen to a few songs here and there." And he's like, "Do you like Playboi Carti?" And I'm like,
"No."
I'm like, "No, I just said I don't listen to a lot of rap." So, but he's like,
shout out Playboi Carti.
But you must like Drake, right? And he kept listing off all these people, and I'm saying, "No, I don't like these people. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care." And he goes, "You must like Lil Yachty, right?" I'm like, "Take a wild freaking guess, bro!" Like it was pissing me.
You need to get off the internet for a second, bro. Don't let the. You gotta invite the trolls, man.
Well, no, yeah, but like I'm feeding into it by getting mad at it, but it's like, okay, whatever. Like if when it gets to the point where it's like, okay, I really don't want to, I don't care for this, then I'll like just stop replying, because the only way to like really like get it to go away is just stop replying. But they were the only people in chat, so I was like, okay, whatever. I'll entertain it.
That's tough.
I'm willing to entertain it, but it was still pissing me off. Like, you can still get pissed off and entertain it, but
I think that's why a lot of streamers ignore the chats now. I understand.
Well, you have to ignore a lot of it, because a lot of it's just like spam, or just someone like not reading the room, or someone not paying attention to the stream. But yeah, that's what's going on.
That's interesting. I saw you rage for a bit.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys need to stop bullying Adrian.
No, they're gonna keep doing that. When you say that, they're gonna keep doing that. It doesn't matter.
Stop bullying Adrian.
But
unless you sub. If you sub to him and then send him a $50 gift, then you can bully him all you want.
Do that, please. Thank you.
But if you don't, stop. Let's get the. If you're gonna bother him for like an hour, at least pay the man.
No, don't worry. They're watching the ads in the stream, so that's fine. I'll
get the ad revenue.
Do whatever you want. Just watch the ads. Hey, I get paid. But so yeah, recently this weekend, yesterday actually, I just did a 12-hour live stream. 12-hour live stream of playing this new game called Poppy Playtime.
Oh yeah.
And you stopped in there for a little bit.
Yeah,
you had no idea what's going on.
That game was like not my cup of tea at all.
Yeah,
that was good. Yeah, horror games and stuff don't do it, but that horror game in particular, I was like, this looks whack.
Was it scary or not?
Was it whack?
Just whack? Yeah. It's one of those games.
The sounds, like when they have the little kid sounds and stuff. That's why like Five Nights at Freddy has like the perfect balance of like seeming childish, but then you're in there and it's it could be terrifying at times.
FNAF was the catalyst to launching Poppy Playtime and all these other games that are out right now that are, they call it mascot horror, where it's like, the big old animatronic or like a giant cartoon character.
That cartoon character like took the suspense away. The thing that was chasing you.
Which one?
The first, as soon as I popped in, you're being chased by
what color was it?
Big blue thing.
Oh yeah, that's
ended up falling off the railing or something.
Yeah.
And it was intense until I saw it. I was like, oh wow.
Well, you saw the ending too. Like when it's like a new horror thing, like you don't know what's the actual thing. When it's a new horror, like game or whatever, you don't know what the actual monster is. You're kind of like, ooh, what is it gonna be? But like you're at the end where it makes you look silly. So, but still, the game is just not scary to me. Because again, I grew up with FNAF, so like, FNAF was the peak scary when it came to mascot horror when it first came out. Like, it put fear in a lot of people because it was such a new and like raw experience. Because you know the story of FNAF.
It's all the kids being
you know how it came to be like as an actual game.
No.
So the guy that created it was like about to quit making video games because the things that he was making was getting criticized for being it's like uncanny, like your models like look like animatronics, they're not cool. And the guy was like,
he made a whole new wave.
So FNAF was the first FNAF game was his last attempt at making like a game, and it blew up. Markiplier played it. You know Markiplier, right?
Yeah.
Markiplier played it, and the game just blew up from there. And the guy went from nobody to being like one of the most famous game developers.
The guy, he made that jump scare stuff really good. I still like. I think Slenderman's still goated.
Oh yeah,
that game's still terrifying. It's still like if you're locked in with it, like I can't even play that game. because it scares me to even pick it up. I still wish that PT became Silent Hill because I believe that would have been
PT.
Playthrough. It was a Hideo Kojima project that was available on PS4, I believe. So there's certain PlayStation 4. It's the same way that when TikTok got banned, now people are selling it. Some people have their PlayStation, and it has playthrough that's no longer available in the PlayStation Store.
Wow.
And it is the teaser to what was supposed to be the next Silent Hill game by Hideo Kojima, who's a legendary. He made Death Stranding, Metal Gear Solid. He was gonna make the next Silent Hill game, but Konami got in the way and ruined it. It was one of the best rollouts ever, and it was in the form of a jump scare, you know. And for Silent Hill, that's brand new because I don't know if you've ever played Silent Hill or seen.
No.
Check Silent Hill out. It's if you like horror games and stuff, Silent Hill goes hard. Yeah. And the original games were played in third person, but this one was first person, and they had a Guillermo del Toro directing it, so it was Hideo Kojima, Guillermo del Toro. It was set up to be epic, and Konami ruined it. Wow. So there's some, for me, horror games are like Resident Evil. I grew up in a whole different period. Yeah. So like I could see how Five Nights at Freddy. That's even my opinion of Five Nights at Freddy when I first saw it. Like that looks whack. Yeah. But then I saw bits and pieces like streamers on it. I was like, oh, that game's too scary. Like that's another level. Like I don't don't mess with Five Nights at Freddy's. If you can't, you know, and I want to dare anybody in the comment section, if you think you're brave, go ahead and play Five Nights at Freddy's if you haven't tried it yet. Go ahead.
The first one.
First one. Not the other game.
The first four actually are like peak in a sense. It's like this is where like the magic was still there. Like beyond that, it becomes like less scary and it's more like okay, let's just
make money.
It's about not money, but
cash
like
grab.
It's about like just telling like the lore of the story, like you know the background and all the characters and stuff. That's where it becomes like just drips off.
IP expansion.
But the first four games are like true peak scariness. You can just play all four of those, and you know you'll be set for nightmares for the next year or something. Like that. Yeah.
It's a very nightmare-inducing game.
But probably Playtime was a game that's been out for like a while. They released like chapters, so it's like chapter 1 was released like 5 years ago at this point. Chapter 2 came out a couple years ago. Chapter 3 a couple years ago.
By the time you got to 2, I logged off. I was like, okay. Because I saw the weirdos in the comment section. Yeah. Like,
so
don't mean to call you guys weirdos. But
you're
weirdos.
Weird
weirdos. Stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all say weird stuff.
So and then chapter 4 released recently, so that's a new one. I was like, okay, you know what? I'll play it because I do the marathons, right? I'll play it and then I'll do all of them in one sitting because I haven't played them before, but I've seen all the gameplay. So I try to like speed run through each of the first 3 chapters because I've seen all of it, so I can get to the 4th one, which I haven't seen yet. And so I played that till like 1. It was like 1 a.m., bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, you go hard, bro. Those 12-hour streams are crazy. I see why you take long breaks sometimes because that 12-hour stream, that's grueling, man.
I would do it more often, but the problem is I want to turn those into like YouTube videos, and you have to edit 12 hours of video, you know, and
that takes even longer than the playthrough sometimes.
I'm still working on the freaking Life is Strange series, bro. I gotta finish. There's like 2 more chapters I gotta work on, and then after that, I don't even know if I'm gonna do the Walking Dead playthrough that I did. Even after that, I still have to
make shorts.
No, I can't. That's too much time. I gotta make the videos out. Gotta put the videos out.
Make one short and then that's it. Just make that. Drop that.
I don't know. I gotta work on it. I need like my time to open up. If I can make money off of this stuff, then that's when I can really devote my time to editing everything.
So sub to the Patreon so that Adrian can make get some other stuff
more
going.
Stuff done.
Go sub to Adrian AJYREN on YouTube, and let's get the communities rolling. Watch them ads.
Yes, watch the ads, please. And that's just basically it. I'm just working on getting the videos out. It's difficult. Yeah, I'm learning how to make good videos. So,
man, yeah, you have great shots and stuff. Do any of you guys video edit in the comment? Anybody who looks at our stuff, do you do any video editing? Make any content yourself? If you do, please check out Adrian's page and judge his video editing.
Yes.
Drop a comment. Check out my pages and judge them.
The thing that I struggle with the most is like audio mixing. Audio mixing for me is like very difficult. I mean, what stuff we do in the podcast is really easy because there's not much like interference or anything, so I can just easily slap it on there, like put some filters on it, and boom.
Except for the man right there. I'm just playing.
Bruh. And then but on my YouTube videos, like I always got like there's like always sound in the background of my room, and then there's like the gameplay, and I'm trying to like balance that, and like my videos either come out like too quiet or too loud. That's what I struggle with the most right now. So yeah.
Yeah, it's audio mixing is its whole thing, bro.
Yep.
Like, and I've only gotten better at it through music, man. And yeah, podcast mixing is way easier. Interview mixing's way easier than music and making videos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, making just like split videos. I couldn't imagine like working on a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that must be difficult.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, I can't imagine the type of balance issues you run into on a movie set. And
Yeah.
now I get why it's so tense. I've only been on one movie set in my life. It was a little project at Cal State, LA. Yeah, I went in there, and it was supposed to be a comedy, but what we shot was not funny at all.
Oh wow.
It was like terrible. It was like my acting
Like
debut.
bad jokes or.
It was like we had very not good direction, and so like I was trying to play off them, but there was like no synergy or chemistry between the people.
You were in that like.
Oh yeah, it was like an ad for not smoking or something.
Okay.
It was supposed to be a comedy.
Okay.
I was way too serious.
Oh yeah.
I was way too. I wasn't getting directed. I didn't know what to do, so I was just like going off whatever, and I like took a very serious. I was like, I Steven Seagal'd it. You know, I don't know if you know who Steven Seagal is. Oh man, yeah, I was just, way too much. It makes me ashamed of myself. That's why I know I'm not an actor. It's because it's too difficult to kind of make the tone of a movie come through. And then, as I was saying, like, it has to be dead silent. If you even fart on set, you ruin the shot. Your stomach rumbles on set, it ruins everything.
Yeah.
You know, so it's crazy. It's insane work to be an actor or to make movies, man.
That reminds me. I remember when we were at the concert, just seeing the Cooliooli on stage. Dude, it reminds me of like me when I was on stage in high school, bro. I missed the stage so much, man. I want to get back out there and do something on stage. I'll
Take some
audition for
improv
something.
classes, bro.
Improv. I want to do like auditions for something, bro. Like I am fiending for like the stage.
Go
again.
get it, bro. Give us a monologue right now.
I'm sure. No, I'm good.
You got it right now, bro.
I'm
Camera's
Gucci.
rolling.
No, this is not my audition reel. But anyway, that's
Private audition reel, bro.
No,
Patreon content right now.
I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'll work on it later. I have to work on my own YouTube first.
I need a monologue from you, bro. I need to get a monologue out of you.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I need to get Miguel O'Hara talking to Miles, explaining how the Spider-Verse breaks down if you disrupt the canon events.
Miguel is wrong.
He is wrong, right?
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I agree. He is wrong, 100%. But
All right.
at the same time, Miles makes him right. But Miles is the baddie of the bad.
Miles doesn't make him right. No, he's just trying to save his dad.
The evil Miles makes him right.
Oh,
Let me
yeah,
put
that's right.
it that way. The evil Miles makes him correct.
Okay.
But it's funny, man. I can't wait for that movie, dude. I
Yeah.
can't wait for that movie.
It got delayed to like 2028.
That's fine.
I
As long as it's
expected
for
this,
quality, as long as it's for quality. Yeah. Because when they were very ambitious saying it was going to come out that soon, I was like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be any good compared to the first two?
I'm gonna put this on record right now. If I ever get in a serious accident and I'm like in a coma or something like that, have them tell me just the plot. Before you pull the plug, just have them tell me the plot of this show or like what they're planning to do with the ending, and then pull the plug. I'm good. That's it. That's all I want.
They're turning Miles white.
No! Just clicks.
It just goes pee.
Those them diversity hires. Okay. Well, anyway, we're gonna end it there, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for tuning into the Common Sense Podcast. Thank you for our 130 Instagram followers, our 61 YouTube followers, our subscribers, and thank you for all you guys in TikTok who are ignoring at the moment because we don't have TikTok anymore. We still love you guys.
And Patreon content coming soon. We got a good interview coming up. I mean, it might be out already. We don't know. But yeah, go on the Patreon. We want you to give us your money, please. Thank you.
Please, that'd be great. We beg you for money.
And
But if you don't have money, just watch the ads. I guess.
we don't got ads yet, but there will be
I'm speaking into existence.
in the future. Okay.
We love you guys. That's the episode.
We'll clap it up. Yep. Yo, what's up? It's me, Adrian, from the future, or still the past for you guys, but the future for me, based on the podcast. Whatever. So we had a section where we talked about like immigration and the ICE raids. We didn't know if it fared that well, so we just had kind of put it at the end. It's still pretty good. It's just the tone of it didn't fit the episode. But so here's a bonus 20 minutes for y'all. All right, peace. And it's cool that you bring up the California uniting to provide for these wildfires. California is uniting in a different way. The protests and stuff. You want to get into that right now?
Yes, sir. Uh, Donald Trump's done a lot in office. Some of it I like, a lot of it I really don't like. Just to be honest. But there's a lot of how to put this. There's a lot of controversy right now happening in California as far as what's happening with deportation. And it's been crazy the amount of deportations that have been happening amongst the Mexican community. And it's really sad that there has been a lot of removal of some rights that formerly protected Mexican Americans, formerly protected a lot of my personal relatives, people I know, and probably some of your friends if you're in the Mexican community, if you're in the black community that grew up in the Mexican community, the white community that grew up in the around the Mexican community, Asian, anything. If you grew up in California, honestly, you probably know somebody who's been protected by laws that protect people who were born here from illegal parents, people who were able to get over here and find work and pay taxes for years and get a 9-to-5 job. And I feel like these are the people getting hurt by a lot of these raids. You see businesses getting raided in California. It's a really tense time. It's a really scary thing. I know I have a coworker currently that lost his job due to not having papers, and that's such a sad thing going on right now in America in general. The way we're turning our backs on the immigrant workers in our country. That's actually a big backbone here in the nation.
Yeah, it's built on immigration. That's the whole thing that people say about USA.
Yeah, and California is Mexico Junior.
Yeah.
It is Mexico, in my opinion.
I'm pretty sure it's like majority immigrants at this point. No, not immigrants, but like minorities at this point. Like there's more minorities than there are like I guess white people. I guess.
So I guess we're the majority
In California, yeah.
And I think that's what's been shown. The 105 freeway, the 101
At least not for
freeway.
long. At least not for long.
Yeah, man, we'll see what's happening with this, and I think that's the whole thing I see at play. That's why I wanted to speak on it, is because I am very proud to be a Mexican today. I am very proud of all the people who've gotten out there on the streets to voice the protection that is needed for our people. Our people in general have been under attack right now by our government, by the people who are supposed to be protecting us. And I believe there's a lot of work that needs to be done by the border. So I don't hate ICE personally. I think we do need ICE. We do need our border patrol to be very strong. And we need legal immigration in our country to really get handled and really get put in a good way. How do we do that? That's a multifaceted argument. If you know somebody who is savvy in the border crisis right now, who understands legal immigration or has a plan for legal immigration, not illegal immigration, but legal immigration, please leave a comment. Please come onto the show. I would love to speak with you about legal immigration. We need more people talking about how we can build that up, because we have a good legal immigration process for other countries that I'll leave nameless because I don't want to hate on any other countries. Yet we really don't give love to the Mexican border, not even in California, when we're right on the Mexico border. It's very strange.
What do you mean love? Like, what do you mean?
It's harder for Mexican people to get in here, even though they're right there on the border. They live on the border. They make it very challenging for legal immigration to happen.
Yeah,
this is
true.
why there's so many people going through coyotes and going through the illegal immigration route to get in this country.
Yeah,
it's because the legal process takes way too long, or so many people are denied when they're just trying to make a better life.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say I don't like ICE in particular, just because it feels like there's just more of like a way to terrorize against minorities and just deport them. Like, if it's supposed to be like, oh, just deporting actual like criminals or anything, that's one thing. But it's like they're not just going for criminals; they're just going after alleged criminals or people that might have something on them. But no, they're just really targeting minorities and just anyone who probably doesn't like
anybody with a green card,
anybody with anybody that with darker skin than them. You know what I mean? Like that. That to me is like I don't support them like at all in a sense. Like what's happening now in the country is terrifying. It's
sad.
You're separating families. You're accusing people falsely. Like it's just all
Yes.
bad. Yeah.
The false accusations is exactly why I want to bring this up, because we do have a big issue in this country with immigrants here who don't like America. And I believe those people have all the right to leave if they don't want to be here. That's my personal take. Whether you're Mexican, whether you're Middle Eastern, whether you're African, whatever. If you don't like America, you don't have to be here. And I say that as a proud American who was born here. But I really would love for the people who love this country to stay. For those who have, basically they are American. There's no way that you can call the people who've been working 9 to 5 for over 50 years in this country criminals.
Yeah.
They're actually like the backbone of California. And I think it's really interesting. There's this thing going on with farmers right now, where this ICE incident is causing them to
lose their workers.
Get rid of their workers at an alarming rate. And it's not just in California, that's all over the country. And it's very strange how these corporations are now they're willing to let them stay if they work. They want to fight to keep the cheap work.
Yeah.
But they're not thinking about the employees they've been employing for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
The families that they've been feeding for years. It's more about them just being cheap work.
Yeah. That's what corporations want. They just want to increase profit margins. But yeah, that's what's up with the deportation and stuff like that today.
And yeah, before we move on, I'm just so proud of everybody who stood up. I don't think stopping the freeways is a good solution. So guys, please avoid the freeways. Get off the freeway. Don't get ran over. I just don't want to see people get hurt. That's the only thing I mean by that is do not get hurt. You feel me? Don't burn things down. It's like when we won the World Series as Dodger fans.
I remember.
Why are we burning down? You don't remember that?
It was on the podcast, right? You talked about it on the podcast? Oh, that one. Okay,
it was a few months ago.
Yeah,
this is every time the Lakers win, the Dodgers win, the Angels win. Anytime we have nice things happen in LA, we celebrate by rioting.
Yeah.
It's the strangest thing ever. I don't know why this is our culture. But please, Mexican people, let's change the culture of rioting. It's great to fill the streets, though. It's great to get out here. I believe walking on the freeway, shutting down the freeways is just a response to, as Adrian put it, this terrorizing that's happening.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's very scary that that people I know personally might get straight up abducted by our own government.
Mm-hmm.
Just get ran up on at work, not doing anything, not being a criminal, So please stay safe out there, my Mexican people, my friends and family of all orientations and races out there fighting for the people in California. But yeah, let's keep letting them know. Please, our government officials, speak on protecting the people who love this country, because so many illegal immigrants are red-blooded Americans. They are the backbone of this country. They are the American dream. They're the inspiration for people like me who believe we can do anything because they're the hardest workers possible. My heritage is hard work. My heritage is
cheap work.
Yeah, that is true. Cheap work for sure. But that's why it's not about the money for me. It's just about, my heart is full. My Mexican blood it runs hot when I can just do a good day's work. That's what my people do.
I think I'm someone on the side of when it comes to the protesters who protested on the highway. I think that's again, it's dangerous, but I think it's awesome. I'm someone who really likes the idea of just disrupting like a vital organ, and then it has to draw eyes. You know what I mean? That's how the protest kind of supposed to work, I guess. Draw eyes to people, cause a commotion. So I think, again, it's dangerous. I get it, but I think it's awesome to cause that much of a clog. That much of a commotion where people are riding in the highways.
And now you can't get to work now. And it's we have to stop. But I'm pretty much against for the climate activists who do things like that. I'm not for them, I'm not really for the way people glue themselves to the sidewalk and stuff like that, or deface public property. These are things that they don't help. They actually work against us because I believe the anarchy isn't good. But this time around for this, climate change should be something that we look at as fiercely as we do immigration. However, what's happening right now is literally our government being formed against Mexican people, being incentivized by the political powers to remove hardworking Americans.
Yeah.
The people who are going to save our economy, who are going to actually get the groceries down, who are going to continue to feed millions in the country, they're being targeted.
Yeah.
And that's the wrong people to target. You know, that's the people who need more protection. And yeah, that's more than enough reason to stop the freeways, and that's more than enough reason to cause a commotion. So for all you causing the commotion, thank you from my heart. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. But stay safe out there, please. Don't get ran over.
Yeah. And now off of that topic, we're moving on. Do you have any topics, or
If you get ran over on the freeway, I can't be mad at the person who ran you over. You can't be mad at the people who ran you over if you're on the freeway.
No, I don't know.
Common sense.
Okay, there's a nuance there, but we won't get into that.
I'm going into it, because if you glue yourself to the freeway and I run you over, you're on the freeway.
Thing. But you should have been watching the road at least.
If you're watching the road, you wouldn't stand in the middle of traffic if you were watching the road.
But like, there's like a mutual like kind of knowledge. Like, okay, you're protesting. I get it. You're inconvenienced. I'm gonna kill you anyway. Like, no.
There's a mutual knowledge of don't play in traffic.
But then you just kill the person.
You were standing on the freeway. I'm not saying go run people over. I'm saying don't stand on the freeway.
That's fair. That's a fair.
That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. But in the context of the protesters on the freeway,
don't protest on the freeway, please.
It's a whole crowd though. Like, it was like a huge.
Oh yeah,
mob.
you can't run that many people. I agree. It's gonna. Again, I'm not promoting running people over. I'm saying, be careful out there, please. Be careful. He
will run you over. Don't try him.
Hey, somebody will. That's what I'm saying. Somebody won't be afraid to stop. You know, and you can't fault people for driving on the freeway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.